Hello, people. How are you doing all? Uh, Hi, it's like almost half of the members joined. Still few members are remaining, so let them join. Uh, we'll wait or we'll basically start with our intro. So just give us few seconds. We'll share our screen and then we can start. Neil seems already excited, so it's great, Neil. Hi, Purnima. Hi, Anshika. Hello, Anamika. Hi, Krishna. Hello, Mamta. Yeah, Mamta shared her screen. So, hey, Vivek. Great, great, great. Build market sale with AI. Cool. So, yeah, like by the end of this today's class, you will have built three real AI tools live on screen. So, you guys are excited about it. So, let me start what's going to happen in the next 2 hours. So by this time, uh, we are going to build three different tools, and basically the skills are the workflow, which 95% of your known colleagues or the batchmates don't have. Very first is a personalized AI career agent, not just a generic ATS-friendly resume, but an AI that memorize your specific profile and adapt to every single opportunity. The other is a content engine that generates LinkedIn, X, or Instagram post, carousel, and image for you automatically. And the third is a portfolio live on the internet with a real URL you can share by tomorrow. So why all these three? Definitely I'll give you more answer on it in the later in the class, but definitely I would say this is a first step to any person who starts with their career. Because nowadays in 2026, the best thing is to make your social presence best. Social presence or basically your overall career presence. So for this part, definitely I would say we are not here to just make you job ready. We are here to make you industry ready. Whether you want to land a top tier job or start a high paying freelance career or launch your own agencies or business, these are the exact tools and workflows you need. And I'm going to not lecture you. I'm going to build all three live right on the screen. So you'll see exactly how it's done step by step. You find this useful, stay till the end, and I'll show you how you can do this every single day for the next 3 months. Cool? Let's start. Firstly, what is scale value? A real quick scale value is an AI technical company with two co-founders, no VC money, no 200% team, just us. So here we are building AI product that real people use. I am Anshul Goyal and we have Mamta Rohila with us. We are here with 10 plus year of experience in IT industry. I come from completely tech background where building a basic application or a website to I make a 3D immersive gamification, augmented reality and virtual reality based solution. And whereas Mamta has psychology to marketing background, we understand both the sides of the coin to help you better for your needs with scientific solutions. Let me show you what we have built. We started with our own AI platform. It's more of a SaaS platform. So we have this this platform with us where we have multiple studios. The very first is the Aether Studio, which is a professional photo editing, restoration, and video generation platform powered by completely AI. The other solution is Kahani Magic, which is more like a book generator, but it generates completely illustrated books with the AI narration. And once I'll show you the features, you'll definitely gonna be amazed. The third is Social Omni, which is an AI-powered social media content generation and automation platform. Studio, a game. The third is Combo Studio. Fourth is Content Factory, XR Studio, and many more are coming in the pipeline. What exactly these tools are doing? These are the mainly use cases which you can use in your day-to-day life to simplifying your content, earning money with the generations, whatever you build. You don't need to go for different tools. You don't need to go for the ChatGPT for something and then generating some video from somewhere else. You can use all at one place and couple them up. And definitely what we are going to learn today, That's something also using a similar workflow. So we'll talk about this Aether Studio. What we have here is we have this image, like this is an example what we have actually generated with Aether Studio itself. So this was the original image. We got a restoration of it. And once that is done, we got a video, we got an option to enhance it, style presets, new preset, different presets are there. Apart from it, it has really quick steps. You can just upload it in the editor. Here is the UI. I'll definitely show you that, but before that I'll just quickly show you a few more things about it. You view examples. So you can see here's the old image restored with it. It keeps the exact details of all of the things, even the jewelry. Why it is different than the Nano Banana, or not exactly Nano Banana, I would say the Gemini app, because here also Nano Banana is being used, but very much effectively. So you don't need to put a lot bigger prompt. You just can, go with a simple prompt, and then it just generates your output, or it has its own presets as well. The other is this uh, yeah, this is the swapping mode, where we scan an image, select the objects, and then you can see we can, with the prompt, we can update that. Similarly, there are various different use cases, normal images to production ready photography, and so many others. So everything we are doing here with the AI itself, with our Aether Studio. So this is our studio. Let's go for it. We upload an image. We take the sample. Let's say we take this image. Here we'll keep a simple prompt. Let's say we are pasting here. We want to make a modern clothes, a very simple English, or any English what you know, or what you can put with the lazy mode itself. Make clothes, make more modern clothes, let's say simple. And we are not liking this hat, so we and remove this hat. Once we do that, we just need to generate it. It has identity lock, so it will keep all the identity of the person in the picture same exactly as it is. Apart from it, let's generate it. So while it's generating, I'll tell you more features. It has quick actions. You can directly upscale it. You can click on the restore to restore the old photos. You can make them modern. You can make them iPhone style. So yeah, like it generated a version where you can see this is the old version, this is the latest version. Only the clothing part changed, the rest is same. So that's where it got trained on. Once you put any specific task or the prompt, it just work on that only. And if you're not liking it, you can see it has older version, the original. The other is this latest one. Now either you can modify this one itself, or you can directly get back to the original and again create a new version out of it. Here you can add a reference image also. So if you like some clothing from a model, you just put that image here. You ask it to replace clothing from the reference image, and you'll get it. Similarly, further it has film mode, and actually one thing we missed: analyze image and suggest. So basically, it analyzes the image and suggests you the what all changes can be done. Same here in the film, we have a AI scene director. Once you click on it, it analyzes the image, and based on the whatever best concepts for the video generation can be, it gives you four of them. If you are not liking it, you can do it again. This mode I would like to show you here. Analysis also you'll see. So once we start doing the start scene analysis, it start analyzing this particular scene, this particular photo. And once it completes it, you can see it gives each and every layer of this image. It has hat, you can see this. It has face, it has child, shirt, shorts, left hand, right hand, everything separately boxed out. You can select any of this. Let's say if you want to select a hat, and make it a modern hat, modern one. Okay. And if you want, you can put a reference of the image of the hat, and you'll get it. Once you do that, it also has its own suggestions: golden hat, glass hat, futuristic hat, antique hat. So whatever you get, you click on, it just applies that particular one. So it's much better than the normal Gemini, just because it has its own presets. Now Gemini also introducing a lot of new presets and different things, but again, it is way much personalized. And definitely here you can do many different case managements. So let's say I'll give you an example. If we talk about our day-to-day life, where you go for shopping and you want to try on one cloth, but the same but again, when you go with Gemini, it does well. But let's say if you go for a unstitched cloth, or some clothes which you are liking but want to try it your own, then you take your picture, you take that clothes picture, even if it is unstitched, you mention, I would like to have a shirt in this style. Or again, if it's already a shirt or a t-shirt or maybe any clothing, you just put it there, give your minimal prompt, and it will generate the image. You again, if you want to keep it, you can download it. If you want to just fix the face, let's say if it changes the face, then just generate back, put back the original image here, and this particular uh, face will be swapped with the original one, and you'll keep the consistency. Even the identity lock is there, but yeah, still, if you are having issue, you can go with that. The next is the time travel feature. Not exactly travel. It's more of a style studio. Again, similar to what right now Gemini has, but again, it is much more detailed. Here we have various different styles in the time travel, professionals, family, fantasy and sci-fi, global travel, and artistic. Whatever you want to choose, you choose, and it will generate your style. So this is the first studio we had. The other is, I would like to go with this Kahani Magic. Okay. So other is Kahani Magic. What Kahani Magic does, it's more of like more like a your story builder. So here we already have few published stories. You can see Chintu Ka Shantman, Stree, Veerana. By the way, this Stree is directly built with the Stree's original script. So I'll definitely showcase you this. Apart from it, it has all different these stories, from animated to realistic, and definitely like whatever you can think of. It has all of it. So let me show you very first the quick example how it is, and then definitely later I'll show you how it's actually how we can create a new story itself. So I'm already sharing this. Just give me a sec. Okay, so let me show you.
चंदेरी की नैरो गलियों में रात होते ही एक अजीब सा सन्नाटा फैल जाता था। मैं विकी अपने टेलरिंग शॉप की मशीन की आवाज में खोया रहता था, लेकिन बाहर की दुनिया डर से पैरालाइज थी। हर घर की दीवार पर लाल स्याही से लिखा था, ओ स्त्री कल आना। मुझे लगा ये सब बस अंधविश्वास है, एक रिडिकुलस फिनोमिनन जो लोगों को डराने के लिए है। लेकिन जब हवा में वो ठंडक महसूस हुई और कुत्तों ने रोना शुरू किया, तो मेरे दिल में भी एक डाउट पैदा हुआ, क्या सच में कोई है जो शैडोज में छुपकर हम।
So yeah, guys, this has the whole system. Like, it has the complete book style. You can just swap those pages. You can see the text, read it out, and you can play the audio mode. Once you go with that, it reads out it loud, and it has audio effects, SFX into it, background sounds, background music. It has its own custom subtitle styles, and definitely there are more than that. Just because, like, I'll show you a few more features. So these are the different caption styles, and here we have edit and preview mode. So you were seeing it in preview mode. Now if you go with edit, you can do the modification everywhere. Like, whatever you want to change, you want to change the text, you do it. You want to regenerate the image, you can regenerate it. 1 second. Yeah, you can regenerate the image, you can create the video out of it, you can set the animation with it. Actually, we have a lot of to cover in the class, but yeah. So I'll quickly just go through these tools. So yeah, if you have seen any of you have seen this history movie, you must know like what this story, this particular statue says. And actually, I've not given any other prompt. I'll tell you how I created it. But before that, I'll show you one more interesting feature. It has this monitor. This is again only for you or for the editor, but when it comes to the preview, it's not visible. It shows you everything, whatever assets has been generated for this particular story. It has its own debug mode, which shows you what all internal files are being handled. And oops, somehow I did that. I'll just delete it. No worries. Let's reload. Okay, so yeah, that's what we have. This is our story, the three movies book, and apart from it, let me show you quickly how to generate it. So it has various custom parameters. Very first, you can add your own character. You create your profile, add the hero name, profile name, you add your own voice, and the narration would be based on your voice. It has photo mode where you upload your photo and or maybe your children photo, your sibling, your relatives, or whoever you want be to the main lead of the book. You upload that photo, it will create the profile. You just mention add that profile here, and once you do that, then we have a lot of parameters. These parameters say ask for like who is the audience here, who what is the story style, what is the writing tradition. We have a lot of Korean drama, Japanese anime, Indian epic, or the uh, European drama, magical realism. Image style, we can select any of those. And narration, we have again a lot of options. Story text, if you want to concise, standard, or really extensive, it goes as per that. Currently we have Kahani Kids selected by default. We can let's keep it with that way only. We'll drop a PDF. It's a Patanjali Yoga Sutra by Swami Vivekanand. That's more like a book which maybe sometimes someone won't have has to read. But yeah, like they didn't the either they don't get a chance, or for students or for the kids, they want to teach some good learnings to their kids, but they don't know how exactly, because these books or PDFs are really boring at that time. But what you can do here is you can just upload it here. You can select the perspective, which perspective it is. Is it direct? Is it cinematic, author's POV, or what it is? You select that. You select the page lane. Here we'll select 3 for faster generation. We have a limit of 50. Once we click on generate storybook, it will start generating. While it's generating, I'll tell you one more use case of it. Let's say you get this book, now you download it as a video. It has the video exporter. It has the Kindle export. Once you download that book, you can put it directly on your Kindle, and definitely you'll start earning with that. Apart from it, you can go for the audiobooks. You can put it on YouTube. You can put it on Spotify. A lot of possibilities are there. Again, all before that, it's for your like family learning itself. So yeah, this was the another tool. Let it generate. Till that, I'll showcase you one more last tool into our platform. This is Social Omni. What it does, it generates different platform content like Instagram, sorry, LinkedIn, X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all with one click. You just put the topic, you select the language, you select the desired tone. It has multiple options. You select if you want to really generate the images along with the text. If you don't want, you can just click uncheck it. You can keep the aspect ratio control. Either it is auto or manual override, and once you finalize it, go viral. Click on go viral and you'll definitely it will generate all those images. Right now we are not generating it here because this is something we are going to do into our tool, which we are going to do built into the class now. So let me check. Yeah, it generated Chanchal Manshant. Actually, it has the language option also, which we have not seen till now. But yeah, it generates a book in multiple languages. It's Hindi, English. Basically, it's Hindi but written in English. Hindi normal is totally written also in English. sorry, Hindi itself. Hindi, Roman Hindi language, then English, and French, Dutch, or Japanese, all the different languages we have. We can just select that and it will translate that in runtime. Or maybe while we are selecting, generating the book, that time itself we can select the default language. It generates the book, generates all the text, all the images in the runtime, completely gives a book look. And here is the option I was telling you. Once we click on it, it generates it into the Combo Studio. Currently, it's in again coming soon, but internally we already have alpha phase running for it. Great. So, yep, guys, that's what we have right now with us as a ScaleValue, and that's what we are mainly doing. What exactly it is all. So here is the deal. Like for the next 2 hours, I'm going to teach you something that's most expensive courses, 2-3 lakh programs want. And definitely like these whatever tools I just showed you, it was built with using the same AI tools and workflows I'm going to teach you today. So are you guys now feeling excited about it? Just put a thumbs up in the chat, guys. Put a thumbs up in the chat or react here. Great, getting it, Purnima. Okay, so great, guys. Anshika, thanks. Neil, great. Cool. So, uh, if you guys are already getting excited, I'll just tell you a quick thing because we are going to use 4 or 5 different tools here. Not just ChatGPT, we'll use Gemini, Google AI Studio, and other different platforms because the skill isn't about one tool. It's about knowing the workflow. Because you can do any of the tool, either the GPT or the Gemini, Antigravity or the AI Studio, but they have their own use case, own certain limitation. That's what something we are talking about today. And what should be your flow? What should be your particular choice towards the logical thinking of the selection? That's something we are going to discuss. So in the workflow, we'll build a custom AI resume expert using Gemini Jam. We'll build a multi-platform content generator on Google AI Studio. We'll integrate everything into one Antigravity project, resume, content, portfolio, all working together. So once you leave or once you complete with this particular project, now you have your whole career more like an encyclopedia into one place. And every time, whenever you do something, I did this course today, I'll just go into anti-gravity, I'll just put that there, and it definitely adds it everywhere. So that's something we'll see into action in few minutes now. But before that, let's go for a reality check. The current situation. So some of you are right now in just starting college, or some are in second year, third year, or maybe some are just graduates. And some of you are already working professionals with the master degree and with years of experience. And everyone is wondering if this will actually be worth of your time. So let me describe you and tell me if it sounds familiar. Your resume says HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python, particular different tools, and your different skills. Not exactly skills, but more like the job roles, your day-to-day work life into your experiences. But there are that's what the same thing the other millions of other tech graduates and people are doing. And this year also, when they are going to pass out, they will have the similar resume with them. Your career service are talking about entry level roles offering 3.5 to 4 LP, or maybe 4K dollar to 5K dollar for a degree that cost your family lakhs of rupees or tens of thousands of dollars. You have opened ChatGPT, you have asked it to write a code or explain quantum computing. Maybe you have even used it for the assignment help. No judgment, we have all been there, but haven't built anything with it. You haven't built a tool, you haven't automated a workflow, you haven't deployed something that lives on the internet with your name. And if you are already doing it, that's something that's something great. And definitely this whole masterclass aligns with that same goal. just because the gap isn't knowing AI exists, everyone knows it. The gap is being able to build with it or work with AI, where you go for any task. You don't need to go for a specific thing for some other tool. For other use case, you go for other tool, then you merge them together, you put them together, and then implement. That all just, more like a generic way which everyone is using. But in our class, it will be different. So, what's happening in the market? There are two newses. Very first is the good news. It's globally. The World Economy Forum projects 97 million new AI-related roles worldwide by 2027. India alone has over 1 million AI job openings right now, and AI freshers in India are getting around 4 LPA to 12 LPA. In the US, entry level AI start at 85K to 120K dollar, and for the mid level AI engineers, it's more than that actually. It's 120K dollar to 250K dollars, depending on the region totally. AWS research says worker with AI skills earn 54% more on average, whether you are sitting in a Bangalore or Dubai or Toronto. Freelancers with AI skills or on Upwork are charging $20 to $70, or somewhere it's $150 as well per hour. And it doesn't matter where you physically based in. India's government allocated 500 crore for AI centers of excellence. The UAE launched a $10 billion AI fund, and the US is investing $32 billion in AI research. Every government on earth is pushing this. The bad news, and it's again globally, companies everywhere are replacing entire team with AI plus 2 3 people. Junior dev roles, the only one some of you are applying for, are the very first to get automated. This is happening in the US, Europe, India, and South Asia simultaneously. Most graduates not employable for AI roles, not just India, globally. Universities are 3 to 5 years behind what industry actually needs. Here is the uncomfortable truth. In 2 3 years, knowing Python or knowing HTML will be like knowing how to use Microsoft Word. It won't be a skill, it's a baseline where you need to have. The question is, what do you have that like really do you have that set of skills, or basically what exactly you have with you which keeps you apart from the worldwide market? And that's what we are going to fix today. And that's what Lyft is designed to do over 3 months. But first, let's build. And yeah, like one more last thing before we jump into building. When I say AI skill, it's I didn't mean watching a 4 hour YouTube tutorial on TensorFlow, getting a Coursera certificate you never use, or memorizing prompt templates. That's not a skill. That's just consumption. You are taking it on Instagram, on YouTube, everywhere. And anyhow, as I told you, like the Python, the other technologies, the languages, that's something you should know anyhow. So here we are not learning that particular language, and definitely in your curriculum itself you are getting it wherever you are doing high end paying courses where you are paying for the months. And basically those are mostly teaching you this itself till now in the institutes as well, just because that was the old or basically the only way earlier. Now it's completely changing. It's all about the pipeline. Problem, you get a problem, you find the best tool, you go to build it, deploy it, and monetize it. And definitely, if it's that ready to go in the market, you'll get paid for it as well. And definitely, it's all built with AI end to end. Every demo I'm about to show you follow this pipeline only, so watch for it. I'll start with the prompting thing. How you guys write the prompts? Everyone says write in this particular manner, write in that particular manner. But what exactly it takes? Everyone has its own different, frameworks. Here we have our own as well, which is craft. But definitely you can go with your own as well. The only thing which matters, these key elements which needs to be there: the context, role, action, format, target, and the tone. Context is what background info does it need. Role, who is the AI? Who is this AI basically? What do you want from AI? That is action. What is the format, output you require, and what should be the target audience you are looking for, and the tone it should have. Now, I'll start building your resume with these sort of prompting itself. Let me start with it. Let me open my browser and go with it 1 second. Great. So we are here with the Gemini. Okay. So as we discussed, we are going to create this particular 1 second. Something is off. Okay, I think good. Cool. So as I was telling you, we are going to create this excuse me, uh, resume. But how, like, you guys must be using those custom GPTs that we can find directly on the chat GPT. If you go into here, explore GPTs, you will be able to find few GPTs. You go find for a resume. Once you do for that, like type that, you get a list of all custom GPTs available. So just let me know, guys, like if you know all about it, just give a thumbs up in the chat. So I'll just get the understanding. Put in the chat itself. If you're already using it, that's really great. That's can be your quickest way to access AI with the best possible manner or the minimal time possible. So these are the different custom GPTs we have. You can select any of those. These are created by by people like you and me, by the companies like ScaleValue and even the TCS, Infosys. Everyone is generating their own specific GPTs, gems based on their use case. Here, if you'll go, let's say if we'll go with this particular one, I'll start the chat here. And once we do that, what exactly we require, we are going to 1 second. So yeah, we are going to test it, what exactly it can do. So let's say we have this profile with us. 1 second, I'll show you. I think I can add it here. 1 second. Cool. This is the one. Great. We have this master career profile, and this can be your profile itself. What it contains? It contains all of your current details. You don't need the whole resume ready. You don't need all the structured formats, everything. You just need your profile data. You get your data. It's for the Krishna. It's a sample dummy data. Definitely for a graduate or more like a person who is in their third year, fourth year BTech computer science degree in India. And actually, he's going to complete it in 2026. It has its own basic details, what kind of job this guy is looking for, what sort of education it has, skill this guy knows, and it has all of those projects as well, which he did. So basically, whatever your resume covers, but you don't need to put it into a format, and even you don't need to go with some create a different language, that language more of professional itself. But again, like when you put it directly into ChatGPT, it gives you a good answer. But again, it is so much ChatGPT that those recruiters started getting knowing about it, like what exactly is happening here. Okay, so that's where like even the and also like there are first year, second year people or the students are here who even don't have a resume yet, and this is exactly for them too. If you don't have a resume, why is this important right now? Because a blank slate isn't an excuse; it's a foundation. You start building your personalized AI memory bank today. Every time you learn a new skill or complete a project, you feed it into this AI. By graduation, while everyone else is scrambling from scratch, your AI will have years of your exact growth ready to deploy. So that's where we have this master profile. It is the doc which will have all the info as we have currently with us, and also whatever we are going to have into future. Once you have this master career profile ready, I'll definitely share you all these resources by the end of the class. Once you get this, you can put up your data. It has example data as well, which you can, fill up, or just give this particularly directly. If you are more lazy, just put this directly into ChatGPT. And even I can share you, a minimal version of it as well if you are just starting and don't have much. But it's already minimal, whichever required for the profile. Once you get this ready, then go to ChatGPT, upload directly this file here. Okay. So let's say we'll upload this. Once we do that, we'll take a JD. Let's say we have a JD of an AI engineer. Once we take that, we'll just copy it fully. We'll take it to ChatGPT again. We'll paste it here and push it. This is from some company, which company is AI. Oh, sorry, Al Alpaca Jobs. Actually, it's a bit tedious or weird. Anyways, we have these two options. One is you go to their websites and then you generate it here. If you go to their websites, what's happening here? This GPT is connected to their website. Whatever data it has, it takes it with it there and generated your resume over it. Or the second option is you do it here only. Once you go for option two, it will ask you a few questions like what your target job is, but that's something you already told. It's as should be as per JD. But again, like it's asking for different questions. We'll go with only AI engineer with the ML role. And second is what's your experience? Again, you don't you already mentioned into the master profile only. And now it's simply asking again questions. We can mention already have all info in my profile. These typos can work. ChatGPT is that smart. Great. As I told it, otherwise it would have been asked more questions. So it gave me this particular format, an ATS friendly resume for Krishna. It's just simple profile. We put it here and it gives us the whole data. It tells you about more things as well, like what are the honest gaps. You don't have the experience into deep learning frameworks. You have limited exposure to advanced AI concepts, no real world production. And next steps, it suggested you go to their website, pay some amount to them, and they'll get it ready. A great resume possible, because there should be some pricing to it. Again, it's asking again to paste my resume, which they generated, and then it works. Let me go with the pricing for it. Let's see how much it is. I'm not sure. I'm just opening it first time. Resume is missing. Okay. There should be some pricing. Okay, here. Trying now is free, and where exactly the pricing is, it's not visible here. Anyways, there are various others like resume.io. If you'll go for it, it charge you 2K a month or 250 a week. It's the INR. You can definitely get uh, your pricing in as per your country. This is also paid Jetty, but a good one. The other is the Skick Resume. It also has a minimal amount of fee. But why we should pay for all of this, when we can do it all for free at ourselves in much more precise way, because they don't have your, master profile always with them. If you'll keep on updating, you have to put that again manually into master profile. You put it again and then it updates. So just cutting the crap, we'll go with the Gemini. By the way, yesterday itself, when I was just finalizing few stuff, I got to know that Gemini came up with the Opal. So Opal was there with them into their labs earlier. Nowadays, or recently only 1 2 days back, they just added it into Gemini only. What is Opal? Opal is a mini AI app creator. You can literally create AI mini apps, different type of like rapid recipe generator, marketing maven, Clay Motion Explainer, Learning with YouTube, and they have a lot of different templates itself. Visual story teller, video hooks, brainstorm, and everything. Why it is different than the custom GPT and the gem? That's something definitely I can tell you if we will have more time into last. But I've already covered a lot, into this initial intro, so we need to get on it quickly. We'll talk about actually not this. We'll talk about this gem manager. It's a new gem. We'll just do one thing. We'll start with putting the prompt. Here we need to put the name. Let's say Resume Pro. We'll give it. Okay. Then we'll add our master profile to it as a knowledge. So it will have its always a knowledge bank and will refer always as per that. So we'll put that profile. And apart from it, we'll have a custom GPT prompt. Now we are adding these instructions. Why these instructions and where these are coming from? As we can go with simple, like day-to-day English thing itself. Just because here we are generating a system which will act as our personalized AI resume expert. So whenever you get a JD, a new JD, you put it there and it will optimize your resume as per that, along with being all the rules of ATS friendly. So I'll just quickly show you what it takes to make your resume ATS friendly. Okay, so basically, it should have these all of pointers. There is no fixed guideline to it. No one can claim that okay, this is the final compliance for ATS. Every company has its own different ATS system, but mostly of them and almost every of them follows this follows different pointers from this list only. So whatever you get, you can just have it here. Okay, and our prompt, what we are putting into our Gemini, it's definitely built on these particular rules. Great. Yep. So you can see, just for a quick, like, readability should be over design, trustfulness over exaggeration, role specific keywords, non-negotiable formatting, use a single column layout, standard heading, use plain text bullet. So, when you are going for Jetty and different AI resume makers, they comes up definitely with this AI ADS friendly manner. But again, if you'll keep on adding more and more design on top of it, there are chances it might not be properly being parsed with the ATS. What is ATS? It's a application tracking system. So whenever a human ever sees your resume, a piece of software scans it. And let's say if you don't have a right keyword, right format, or right structure, it gets buried, not rejected. Just basically it ranks so low. Let's say out of 500, it comes on the 150. So definitely the human, the HR or the HR team itself never going to see it. Or maybe it will be you'll be a last case for them. And that's where this particular custom resume pro helps on it. It has our own data. It has its instruction. Once we save it, we can directly use the same JD which we have used over there in that custom GPT. By the way, the same you can create into create as a custom GPT too. But Gemini has the free, like, allows creating a gem in free tier also. But custom GPT can be done within at least your Go plan. If you don't have a Go plan itself, then you can't go for it. Simple. Then here it is ready. We just need to put our that JD. Here is the JD we have. Now what we need to go do here, we just put our JD. Let's give me my, okay, again we don't need to put anything. Let's see what it says. We just put the JD. And AIs can be always different, like when it says, it can make mistakes. By the way, our prompt is much more precise. It gives us JD match snapshot, which says role, key matches, what exactly it's requiring for, and primary gaps, what exactly it's requiring for, but you don't have. It gives you a tailored summary, an ATS-friendly resume draft, which gives the exact similar format, but yeah, much more precise as per your JD and the master profile we have. It gives you all of those info into correct manner. And lastly, you have a cover letter as well. And then it shows you honest gaps and missing keywords. Once you get all of this info, you can definitely it's asking you to improve your profile. It gives you all those details, whatever you might have but not added into your master profile, or maybe some of the experience you have. If you don't have, just go get some info on it, some basic understanding, and then definitely if you'll apply with those details, you'll be much more near for the at least very first interview. Because nowadays getting an interview itself is so much hustling. Every day when you are putting for a job, you put it online, like let's say one job came uploaded, or one job uploaded one day back itself, that has 100 plus applicants already applied, and it just shows 100 plus. There are a lot of which can be there, who already joined. And nowadays it goes 5k 10k as well. So when you are seeing that, they are literally looking for some specific keywords, some specific formatting, and if you are not going for that, then definitely you are not being into that list itself, which they actually going for interview. So yeah, guys, that's what we have at very first, this resume maker, which is personalized to ourselves. And for each and every new job, it gives you a new resume, a new tailored cover letter. And definitely, like if you have multiple skills, let's say here I have this XR, 3D, app development, web development. And even if it's not just a job, if it's a gig, part-time, not a full-time, or maybe a freelance, wherever you want to put in, you want a different profile, different style for it. And what you exactly require, you require your data to be precisely adapted for that particular platform. The same you can do with the LinkedIn, the same you can go with your Fiverr, Upwork, or any profile. You can just customize your own prompt as per the craft format itself, and then generate your own resume pro, LinkedIn pro, Fiverr pro, Upwork pro, anything, or basically a profile pro AI. But there is a limitation. What exactly it is? So here, when you are going with this Gemini or GPT, like mostly people might be already using it, doing it. But the thing here is, again, what exactly the limitation they also following, that it doesn't have its own memory. Like you have already added that knowledge. Basically, when I'm talking about memory, it's about the gem itself. Gemini itself has its own memory bank, which keeps all of your info. Whenever you do chat, it keeps adding it. And then same for the chat GPT. But when you go for a gem, it doesn't have that feature. It takes from general memory or the global memory, but it doesn't update its own knowledge bank. And that's where these are limited, and we can't actually add more and more info on it. Whenever you have to do that, either you go for manual version, where you update again your the original master profile, update it here, put it back into that, and it does. Or maybe every time you go for a chat, you write here that, oh, recently I did this as well, and then that something will be added into your resume. But now what we can do here to keep that precise and hassle free, and that's what are the goal of this masterclass itself. So for that part, what we are actually going to do, that's something I'll tell you into our last demo, just because it sums up everything as I told you in the start. Now we can actually move to the next thing, which is our portfolio. Okay, so let's go for that. Okay, we'll build our portfolio with Claude. So we have already, we are here covering many of the tools, just because it's not about giving you some sort of solution. Okay, ChatGPT can do this. Any AI can do this. It's only thing you're going to decide which AI you want to use. Gemini is more of your, some specific Google based use cases. Grok is for X based use cases. Whenever you need info from X, you use Grok. It has really good data. When you want to go base, put up something based on Google that has Google grounding, then go with Gemini. If you want to go with ChatGPT, go for your daily task. It has good memory management as well. Once you come to Claude, you might have heard this is the super level of LLM, which is really good for the content, for the code, and nowadays it's for everything. Recently, we got to know that Claude Code, which is here, it's the you can see it comes with the pro plan only. You don't have enough even have access of it here. Then what happened to it, like recently Claude Code, some sort of code part got leaked by by this company, the Claude Entropic, and then people already got that data. They cloned their repositories, created their repositories, and nowadays they are just rebuilding on it. So these are directly available on the GitHubs nowadays. You can directly Google and you'll get it. So get it exactly. So that is freely available. You just connect any sort of LLM with it or any model with it, and it can work. But that's more of an advanced thing, definitely. I just wanted to give you a quick hack, what's happening in the market. So yeah, let's do differently. We'll start here for the portfolio. Now, what sort of portfolio you require? Someone says, I need this particular design. Let's say we'll talk about here mostly if we'll talk about the different portfolio designs. Framer is really good. Framer is a website which has really good animations and designs with it. You can definitely see different templates. Let's say Framer or developer or whatever your role is, uh, portfolio template. You can go here and you can see these are paid, some of the paid different portfolios. Either you pay this $43 or this one is free. You can directly download and then customize it. But again, you can't do it directly with the Claude. You'll have to do it manually or with Antigravity or some other agentic tool. But let's say if you just want to go quickly, you only have your master profile, you have access to your projects, and the one I previously opened, this one I seems good to me, looks good to me. So what we can do here is we'll go to our Claude, and I want a portfolio exactly like this, same as like this, but I don't know how to go for it. Maybe I'll just take a screenshot and will tell Claude to generate a similar one. But there are chances that it might not have the definitely it doesn't have my info. Again, I need to put the profile. But again, the same thing as GPTs. If it doesn't have a profile, it won't have the knowledge. But it has and again, like the memory itself is not enough to go for it. The other feature, it has the skill. It has a skill creator itself. Once you go for it, you can just ask it to create a skill for your portfolio, where you just create put a reference, you put, and it generates a portfolio based on your master profile. And the good part here is you can keep on updating that skill. So whenever you create a portfolio, you can directly come to here, and if you did something, you can just ask this skill creator, or basically once it is created, this skill creator itself a skill. Let's say I already have this portfolio design Genie, but we will build it. So let's say still if I'll select it and if I'll prompt it, I just did this particular job, just add it into script or sorry, skill, it will definitely update that. And in that case, it will always have a same thing, like the updated data of you. So let's start building with it. One second, I'll just show you. Okay. I think we can just directly write it here. I had some, predefined to save our time, but yeah, no worries. We'll start with it. So what it has skill creator. It can create your own skill. You can just put your, prompt here. I want to uh, create a skill basically. Create a skill for replicate the exact design of the reference portfolio I'll I'll share with you. Check all data from my master profile and so we'll put it into pointers here. Uh, it's again a different way to prompting in AI. Take all data from my master profile and populate in portfolio whenever I I add some new experience, uh, learning, or anything about me, update it in the skill. Okay. So we'll now update add here again, the same profile. Now it will start creating the skill. Okay. So now it's generating it. Tell that So, yeah, one more thing, like when you are building with AI, Gemini, when you go with GPT or Gemini, what they are doing some thinking in the start or the analysis in the start. Yeah. So in some cases they shows the data, some cases it doesn't. So would suggest like whenever you're working with AI, and definitely it's not just the suggestion or recommendation, it's highly required because what's happening with AI, it's just simple thing is every AI is mostly just a model, and the connection between you and AI is just an API, more like a key. So with that API, or like API is being used on our platform, let's say it's like the ScaleValue and all, what the studios I've shown you. But here in Gemini also, they have a model running behind on their server, and in Gemini app, it is again connected with the API itself. Now this API, or basically whenever we prompt, it sends it to the agent models basically. Agent sends the data. We send the prompt. It sent the prompt instructions to model, and then in return we get the instructions or the execution steps. That's something it finalized based on the available tools. Let's say it has a text generator, it generates the text. It has image generator, it generates image. Similarly, video, music, nowadays they have music as well. You can generate any sort of music, we have on our page, like recently we did this Maggie ad, and definitely the complete thing was done with the AI only. And definitely the music, like the background thing, the background dialogues itself was a musical AI thing, and nowadays a lot of people are using it. So yeah, that's what happening here. And when you can get the exact thing, like if your thing is working properly or not, when you see what's happening actually here. So here Claude has a lot of different tools as well. So it is reading the skill creator, it is reading the previous skill as well here, and reading front end design skill. Then create 4 files which are here for Krishna. You can see it created that all data here. it gave all the instruction, whatever needs to be done. And then once it's done, you can see here's a portfolio design. I want to replicate, use my skill data to build it. Cool. As it's created, we can turn this off. We can go here and let's start on it. Let's say we'll select that. Okay, I think it's okay. Okay, I think once again, where it is. So here we have customize. Here we can see all the skills. Uh, it actually updated mine only, I think. One second. Anyways, it was with the similar prompt, so there should not be worry and going to work in the same way. But let's say automated portfolio design, portfolio skill it generated, right? Okay. By the way, we can generate this skill itself. Sorry, download this skill itself, and then can use it into our anti-gravity. That I'll tell you later. But yeah, it generated Krishna portfolio skill. Okay, let me just reload. Might be some glitch. Okay, so manage skills. Okay, no worries. I think it generated but not added there. So no problem. We can do this. We can download it. We can go to customization, skills, and here we can upload it. Not plus create, upload a skill, drag and drop, and we'll take this skill. Let's start uploading. It's uploaded. Krishna portfolio is here. We'll go to a new chat. We'll start with Krishna's portfolio. And here we will, take the screenshot of anything. I'm just taking this one because it's look good. It doesn't have a data for it anyway. So sh- given this, now it had something, like Krishna. One second. Yeah. Okay. Let's generate my portfolio. Again, these typos can be handled nicely. So it's too much lazy work you can do, but definitely with some specific correct tools. Otherwise, you'll be trashed. There is one more thing about Claude itself, which is like, it's working right now really good. You can directly, install this Claude Works into your code base. So, it can edit files, run commands, ship changes right inside your terminal or IDE. But the same thing anti-gravity can also do. That's something I'll show you. And why I'm emphasizing on anti-gravity, because more of because there also in anti-gravity we are using Claude itself, which is really doing great. Apart from it, we have Gemini models 3.1 Pro and few others, the old ones. But I would really recommend to go with the Claude models itself. And whenever you go with this Claude Code, if you can go, if you go with the paid version, that's only solution, and the other leak, but that's something has its own limitation, or would say like you would have to do more setups and all. But anti-gravity provides you mostly of stuff for free and basically almost free. Just because if you guys know, if you guys have you are in India and you have my Geo SIM, sorry, a Geo SIM, and you go for a standard SIM recharge for a month, you get Gemini Pro free for 18 months. And that might be available in some different companies or different city or country in different world, like in world differently. But yeah, in India, that's how it is. So if you'll go for that, you'll get access of Gemini for 18 months. You can get Claude Code or the Claude Opus model, the latest model. Its heaviest model is this Claude Opus, which is available into the upgraded version only. That is available for free into anti-gravity. Okay. So I was telling about the Claude Code. What was happening that very first is you can just get access to this model only, Sonnet, which is also really good. But if you want a really great experience, you can go with Opus. The other limitation here is, great. Yeah, yeah, guys, please let us know like how many of you have already availed it with the GeoSIM. And if you haven't, then definitely go with it. It will be really useful for your maybe you have that SIM, some other in your family has that SIM. Wherever you can get, just get it. It will help you a lot in building all of it. So here you can see your portfolio is built. Your portfolio, which has its own data, which we added into skills, and from there it added into this particular design, which we have just copied, not exactly copied. It's more of inspiration. Here I'm not teaching how you can steal someone's design. It's more of taking the inspiration, generating yours with a simple screenshot. There are various tools available in the market in which you just give the live website link, and then it just replicates it as it is, even the photos, videos, or whatever it is, you know so that's how it is. uh Great. By the way, Motorola Moto G32. Guys, if you like Mamta, can you just give them access to change their name so we can actually get their name correctly? And please update your name, guys, if it's not exactly who you are. And definitely, you I'm not getting your name, but yeah, definitely this something can be discussed, because currently it's more of a live session as we told already, but yeah, recordings can be discussed later, the masterclass itself. Now we got the portfolio, we have our resume, both has its own knowledge into it. There's a skill itself, we can try updating it. Let me just try it. By the way, you can just download it. It's an HTML file only. It's not even that complex code for what do you call it? It's not a complex code of native web languages like PHP and Node.js, or the White, or different, or like the React and all. It's simple HTML. But definitely with this code itself, we can generate our own heavy or high-end tool, or anyhow it can be there. Great. This is the other thing we had. I think we are running short of time. Again, I can just quickly say, let's say, add files, open file picker, let's say Krishna portfolio. My bad. Let's say I'll go give this add an ex. I attended. I attended AI master class for automated workflows today. And you can add more and more details from a ScaleValue, and you can add your certificate as well. uh, and that's how you can go update the skill. Now it will read the portfolio skill, update it this particular thing, but it says it is only read only feature itself. So achievement to add under achievement. See, again, you have to copy it yourself, put it there. And why it's happening? Because it's a read-only file and we have uploaded it. It's not only directly created and inherited in it. That's why it's only read-only. What you can do, once you are creating a skill, that is directly being generated into its skill section, not while we uploading. So you can directly click on it, skill, create a skill, and create with Claude, and then it happens like this. You put the section, but somehow it didn't work out. As mentioned, everywhere on the AI sites, AI is more of learning, and it can make mistakes. So that's how it is. Now, in the customization skills, you'll see more. You can browse more skills. It has here, and apart from it, there are a lot of different skills every day. New developer or the fellow developers are sharing on the internet. You can just download them, copy them, put it here, and you can use them. One thing here is what you can what is still limited, like as you can see, now we have to create a new skill again, then we have to do it, we can't just go for it same. The other limitation here is that there are chances we already did it gracefully, but right now if you want to put up more and more commands into it, what happens in in that case, that it just finishes its daily quota, and when it just runs away, or just the free quota finishes, then again you have to wait for a few hours, or maybe use another different account, or different on different profile. So you have those things again, everything is not in one place and not that easy to update. So that's something again would be resolved into our last demo. Before that, we'll go with our second last demo, which is about creating your content generator. So by the way, just wanted to quickly show a few things. Anyways, yeah, let's start with that only. So we have this AI studio with us. How many of you heard about it? Okay, guys, cool. Uh, some of you must know about it. Some of you must be, seeing it very first time. But I'll show you what exactly it does. By the way, our social Omni journey also started that way itself. And here we are giving you this, simple, what do you call it? Uh, we'll give you the initial understanding or the implementation of the same project, and definitely for doing the same, we'll give you more and more clear understanding that even here you don't need to come up with your own idea itself. Once you click on I am feeling lucky, and it will definitely give you a use case. Build an app that generate high quality banner ads in all standard sizes from product description and URL. So it's that simple. You take your description and basically you take the URL of your product, put it here. It will generate all the different high quality banners. You don't like the idea? Go with next. Build a creative writing interface where user upload an initial image. AI should analyze the mood and scene, then ghostwrite an opening program to a story story set in that world. Include a read aloud button that uses an expressive AI voice to narrate the generative story. So you can see it's somewhere near to what do you call it? This Kahani studio. But yeah, there are various other studios as well which we were building. Actually, as I told you, like those are in pipeline. So there is a Yuga Finder. We didn't took the idea from here, but definitely we had our own custom, and we somehow getting to know that like just because when AI Studio is available, it is there for free because it is taking your data to get trained off. And when me and the other we as a ScaleValue and the other companies, other people are also doing the same sort of searches, they are putting up those use cases here. It wasn't earlier available. Now this is here. The other things which you are seeing here, these are the capabilities of generative AI into this. Basically, it adds Gemini chatbot into this, analyze image, it adds text to speech converter. It's all in real time. You don't need to write any code. I'll definitely show you that how it's working. You don't need to write anything. You don't need to do anything. You don't even come up with the idea. But in this idea itself, if thinking of adding something more, let's say along with this, I want set of images which keep on going as a carousel while the story is being told. So, or maybe you need a video. What you can do simply, you can select from here. It can generate music in your app. If you want when it's reading aloud, you want a background music. You add this a skill into this. You say when reading aloud, uh, keep background music on, generated as per uh, story theme. So with the initial image, once you upload an image, gets the mood and scene. It sets a world, creates the story, then it generates the audio. You play it, you hear the music. You can add more features. You can directly add database and authentication here. Like either you log in with Google, you add log in with Facebook or other platforms, or the database wherever you want to save all these data or publish it, like the Kahani studio is doing. Create and edit images, the capability of doing it like the Aether studio. Add voice conversations, like we are having with Gemini, as of now. Animated images into video like Google VO3. Definitely it will happen from Google VO3 only. Google search data, maps data. Even, let's say if you want to find a lead finder, or let's say you want one of my nephew said, like, uncle, we want to I'm thinking of a use case, like it's more like an AI, or where I just give my info. Okay, I want to visit this particular place. Let's say I want to visit Mumbai, and there I want to visit some specific spaces. For that, can we have an AI? We just gave it a direct prompt with our what do you say? Uh, we gave a prompt with simple English as we are doing here, and added what do you call this map into this. Then maybe I can show you that use case I have. Maybe I can quickly show you. 1 second. So okay, let me just try this. It's WonderPlan, right? So we have this tool. This simply takes your search mode specific, or either it goes nearby, or you can select a specific platform. Give me a second, guys. There's some glitch. 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, let's continue on it. So this was the tool we built in just 10 minutes. There, we gave the option to either we can go with nearby, or we can put some specific place. I can put the duration or the hours, how much time I have, and then generate itinerary. It just go directly and gives all that data. If you want to try it out, we can just quickly do that. Mumbai, let's say, and let's say I have 2 days to go for it. Generate. While it's generating, let's get back to our this. So yeah, that's what all possibilities we have here. But we'll not again go with this. We'll go more. You can see more examples. Fridge and culinary assistant. The other is choose your own adventure engine. Compensate Socratic AI math tutor. Whatever use case you can think of. Children's coloring book generator. Create an app that removes background, like you go for removing a background. It's more of free nowadays into Windows itself. But wherever there are various uh, still there are various tools for removing background, charging a lot. Then here it is, create a cross-platform social media content generator. Users input an idea, the app asks for desired tone, and simultaneously generate drafted posts tailored into LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram format. So you can simply see it gives you that idea to go for it. You just click on build. That's it. Once you start on it, it will start generating, and now it's automatically rendering the code. Definitely, while there is something we want to change, we can put in here, we can do that modification and can tell it. It will do back and forth. You can go with simple English. Here, you didn't even added your first idea, but yeah, like I'll show you if some modification is required. We'll keep it quick again. But yeah, if something is required, we'll do that modification here. We can see this one, WonderPlan. Again, as I told you, it was just 10-minute thing. And actually later we have created a very wide version of it, very detailed, where we had a lot of parameter like what's your purpose, how many people, if it's a solo trip or a family trip, everything was covered. That took another 1 2 days to, oh sorry, one night, actually one night to complete that. But that version is not live right now. Here you can say, it says your itinerary, Mumbai 2-day travel itinerary, day one, South Mumbai, heritage, culture, and waterfront charm. It gives you all of those info. What are the places we have? Then lunch where you can have easily, afternoon, evening, day two. There are various to go with. You don't even need to go and check everywhere, just because it has its own suggestions, its own understanding. And guys, like, again, Google Map can do the same thing, but it can't suggest you based on reading each and every reviews. So if you, let's say, if you put one more instruction into it, that wherever place you are suggesting, you give me the understanding, you read all the reviews from Google Maps and as well as wherever it is available. Then based on that, give me collective rating, because on specific platform it can be uh, compromised or controlled, where I give 5% off to my customer to give me a 5-star rating, and they are also, it's more of a business where your health matters, your comfort, or you basically your experience matters, and that can be great with these sort of tools. So earlier, when like basically when people are saying like AI will take the job, I don't think so, because AI can't itself create all these use cases. AI can't think of directly to add these collective review based systems. This is the human, it's you only, you can do it. And that's where you need to understand how to get on it. The very first is the workflow, what we already checking out: Gemini, GPT, Claude, and this AI Studio, Opal, and definitely like the last is Antigravity. This is all comes into the whole workflow based on your use case, based on the iteration. Now, once we go here, it's still building. Let it build. What exactly the other part is your logical thinking, how you think about some solution, and solutions are simple. You would require solutions for the exact problems itself. So for that, any sort of problem, what can be the cases, what should be the scenario, that's something you can understand with your logical thinking. And basically again, you can get that from AI, but still there should be your brain only. So who is going to replace, is it's the person who is not using AI. Definitely they will be. And that's what you might have checked our masterclass landing page itself. That also has a lot of saying from different world leaders and peoples, and that's how it is. Okay, so I think, yeah, like guys, as we told you, like we have we have changed the timeline to 2 hours to 3 hours already, as we mentioned into the group, just because we have a lot of to share. Like right now also I'm cutting off a lot, just because we are running out of time, and like mostly of you didn't get wasn't able to reply on that too, or that's how we don't exactly know like who else going to be there. But definitely I'm promising, like whoever will be there till the last will definitely get the best out of it. So it generated, it gave the notification. Now what's happening? It is, yep, it's generated. It loaded our tool, Social Craft AI. What's your idea? Launching a new sustainable coffee brand that uses composable pods? No. Our idea is to generate our LinkedIn social, like LinkedIn, Instagram, and X profiles content basically. And that data is not available here. What is possible here, if I'll just give it my profile? So here I can put my profile. It again connects it here, and it can generate, it can suggest based on the profile itself now. But that's something we'll do in the next last demo, in which we are combining all together. Just because every time putting it the same, you guys must have been got it. You are not that uh hard. You guys are really smart already. So, and definitely still, if you guys want me to do it, put in the chat and we can go as per that. Apart from it, I'll show you the results here. So let's say I attended, let's say day one of uh, building with AI. Okay, it says enable image. Why it is? Because it created. So what's happening here is, you need to create a new key which connects with your paid projects. And why paid projects? Just because till March 12, and I think till that they were not requiring it. They had a $300 free quota from Google Cloud, which directly connects here and gives you access to all of these APIs for that credit amount. But now it's not anymore there. You can't get it directly into AI Studio. Whenever you even you connect your cloud account, Google Cloud account, and get your 300 trial and connect it with this paid API, it automatically turns into a paid account itself, and you start getting charged from day one. And they don't even mention you separately. They just cut it off. And when I was experimenting last month itself, I lost around 20k 25k around it, just because due to this. We as a we as we had that sort of issue. By the way, we got a free solution which is free tier. Free tier, we can say, use free tier. And once we go with that, it actually uses the free model. Right now it's using Gemini's pro model, which is Gemini 3.1 Pro and 2.5 Pro, which are not available right now for free. So we have again gave a simple prompt, use free tier, and it started doing it. Once it's doing, let's wait for it. We can give the generate post, but definitely, as we have seen, it won't generate the image. So let's complete it again, considering free Gemini solutions. See, this is the thing I was telling you. We need to see what's exactly happening here. We need to read these instructions, not always, but initially when you are actually starting. This way, you get to understand how the things are working. So when we talk about workflow, let's say when we talk about some tool, some system, so whoever are the experienced developers or the engineers, or whoever already worked on some sort of any tools, any workflows, they know those specific tools has its own workflow, the way of working. Even your colleagues has different way of working. If you are talking to ex colleague, they you understand them differently, they understand you differently. The same goes with different colleague differently. Same goes with tools only, that how you understand Android Studio, how you understand Xcode or Unity tool, it's different, and how your other colleague understands it different. Very first comes your understanding, your logical thinking builds on top of it, and then you follow the workflow to make it happen. Here, once you read all of it, you start learning how this tool is behaving, and based on that, your understandings gets better for that specific tool. And that's why when I say anti-gravity, that's definitely the case. Why I'm loving that? Just because it has a great context memory with the Opus and like, which is Claude. And apart from it, it is more of agentic AI itself. So let's say we'll give you a few examples maybe later in the class about the quick projects which we have built, end-to-end app, more like an AI wrapper. Nowadays, you can see mostly people are talking about AI wrappers. These systems, we are platforms, what we have built, mostly the AI wrapper, but has more complex system, not just simple wrapper, which just takes the input date, one input and gives the output. It has the whole system built around it. By the way, this is generated. Let's put our idea back. Uh, generate an image. Oh, sorry, my bad. Day one at building with AI. We can select the tone. Let's say urgent. Generate post, and it will start generating the content. Simply for the content generation, your own tool, definitely you can go to GPT, do something there. But again, it generates an image in certain way, it generates the text in certain way. But here it all happens very fast, very together, and you have whole possibilities like social Omni to add your accounts, add the scheduling, add the analytics, engaging research. So basically we have few content channels which directly runs with these pipelines, where you can just let AI know what you are talking about. And even you don't know the idea, let AI search for this first. Automatically it goes for it. It then get that trending topic, generates its a script, converts it into a text or image or a video or a audio, puts the background music, puts the SFX, everything all together, exports it, publish it itself, all just with single clicks or bare minimum clicks. Wherever you require intervention, wherever you want to make sure whatever is going out, I want to approve, but just approve, not actually going and doing all this by myself. Here you can add teams, you can add memes, sorry, generate memes actually. In the research, we have tools if you select the platform, add the competitor name, handle, research, it will go for it. Find your, find their detail, create a research report. You can go do it in bulk, you can do it single, you can generate the, yeah, it has the video analysis feature as well. The same Gemini has. So whatever you whenever you have a video, you want to upload it or you want to analyze that, you give it to Gemini. The same you can do here. And let's say you created a new YouTube video, you want to create a post for it for Instagram, LinkedIn, and all. You just go here, a video, you select a video to analyze, then select all of these parameters and go viral. It generates the image, the text for all the platforms which you can upload, and then that can target to your video. So all synced in one place. That's what we have, guys. All freely available from Google with limited. Somewhere we have limitations, somewhere, but whenever when we talk about limitations, I don't think there it is, because when you are starting, you have enough quota. But as recently they did this, what actually we are missing here is when we comes with 3.1 Pro, that generates image really differently, really well. And here also these images are really good. We can use them. If you want to modify them, you can just directly regenerate here only, and it will regenerate the image. So that is also the case. You can read the post. The AI window is closing faster than anyone predicted. Today is day one of building with AI, and frankly, if you are not already integrating these models, you are losing ground by second. This is not a hobby, it is fundamental shift in how value is created. We are moving from strategy to execution light speed. So whatever it's written, it has different copies for the specific platform with just this simple one liner. Whenever you put more details, it comes, gives you more controlled possibility. Now it's been already uh too late to cover the all the demos. So anyways, we have enough time to at least complete our last demo. So great, we have created a gem which generates our resume, we created our portfolio, and then we created our content creation generator. Now what next? This generator doesn't have your own memory. As we discussed, we can put it into there, into last demo. And it's time to last demo where we are integrating all of it. So what we are going to do here is we'll go simple ways. We won't take everything from everywhere. We can go this way. Let's say we take this resume from here. We'll just take it, we'll just copy it. Okay, this much is our resume. We already have our profile with us, so we don't need that anymore again. And sorry, the master profile with us, so we have already. Let me just go for a doc. Let's say I'll create a doc. Okay, I'll paste it here. It's my resume. Resume. We'll download our text file here. Okay, this is our resume. And the next part is what we have. This cover letter. We have this cover letter here. So we'll just copy that too. Why we are taking it? Just because, anyways, you can always keep it here for quick access into a doc, and you can name it as resume and cover letter to use it for a quick purpose. This again you can sync with the anti-gravity, so whenever you update in that, it updates here also. But again, that's something to will be again a whole class itself, so that might we won't be able to cover into this. But yeah, this is something we can do. Once you do this, you can download it into a text file. We'll take this current tab and export it. Once we do it, we'll get all of it here. We'll rename it with the cover letter, and this is resume. Okay, we got both of it. Resume we got, cover letter we got, and this is more like an extra. Then the resume. The other is our portfolio. Where it is? It's here. Krishna's portfolio. We'll go here. We actually already downloaded. No, yeah, it's here. So we already have our portfolio as well. This skill is also here. A skill anyhow we are not using right now, because that is possible, but that's not anyhow required as of now. We can directly start, and we'll use different set of skills here. Uh, so we got our resume. Now we just want to download our content creator generator. We'll go into code. We'll click on download, and you can see like it's downloaded. Very simple. So it's a zip, right click, and you just extract it here. Once it is extracted, you got your social craft AI, you got your cover letter, you got your resume pro, and your portfolio. Now, what we are going to do? We are going to start with anti-gravity. 1 second, give me a sec. So, okay, yeah. Let me open my anti-gravity, and I'll change my screen. Excuse me. So yeah, this is open now. You guys must be seeing my anti-gravity screen now. And here what we have we'll take our both the resume and cover letter. We'll add it here. Apart from it, we'll take our portfolio, add it there. Then we have social craft AI. So this is amazing part, guys. We just need to go for it. Here it is asking either we just want to add the reference of the folder and don't copy it, or we can want to copy it. We can simply copy it because we don't need it here in the downloads and all. We just need it into the single place. What it is, it's anti-gravity. How you can use it? You can click once you open it, you can go into file, you open a new folder, you can select any of the folder. I've created this career hub folder, open it, and then select it, and after that I just directly drag and drop all the files here. This is more of our file section. This is where you can see all the files. Once you click on them, that opens here, and this is where magic happens, which is your agentic chat. Here you do the chat, and as I told you, if you log in with your Gemini Google account with a pro one, definitely you will get more quota, which you can definitely go into anti-gravity settings, go into models, and here you can see the quotas you get. It resets every few hours, and definitely currently we have 100% quota for all. We'll select our Cloud Opus model only. We have all the files with us. Now what we are going to do, we'll take all the, we'll write the prompt here. So what we need here, we just need, okay, let's do this. what we are going to do is like we want to sync all of it. So whenever next time I add something, it should be updated everywhere in my resume, in my portfolio, or in my cover letter. Basically, based on the required JD, it can generate my cover letter as well. And last is the social craft. Okay. And one more thing I can add here is actually, yeah, we can add the generator as well. So let's say we had that prompt, no? One second. So this we had those Gemini gem instructions. That's something also we can add into this. Now, what we can write here is I am providing the files for my master profile. Very much simply, you can put it here. You don't need to go again with hard, specific, heavy prompts, but yeah, it should needs to be clear and specific. Resume, portfolio, cover letter, and cover letter, resume, resume plus cover letter generator, instructions, and content generator. Now, what do we want from it? So basically, I want to synchronize all of these components and run in the local basically. Firstly, we'll synchronize all of them and we'll test it into locally. And once it is done, we'll put it live on the server. And that's what our last demo about is, guys. There are few changes or the instructions we need to add of what all needs to be done with these different files. So for that, we can, I can quickly copy paste the prompt to make it a bit quick. So let's say, yeah. So I want to synchronize all. Then it comes the architecture should ensure that any future update made to the master profile automatically populates and update the resume and portfolio. For the content generator, I need, again, we can put in the pointer. For the content generator, I need a dynamic sidebar that suggests new content ideas based on the latest master profile details. These ideas must be interactive. Clicking on an idea should automatically paste it into beautiful mention input field. Beautiful mention is doesn't require into the input field of generator. Okay, where we put the idea, guys. Generator, so I can seamlessly generate my next post. I should be able to download my resume as PDF and portfolio can be shared to recruiters and companies. Content engine would be private to me. Okay. So basically, if there is some, if as an output, resume would be downloaded, portfolio would be live, and the content engine would be private. So that's how all of these being handled properly by the same thing. Now, if you as a developer will do it, you'll check out all of the code. Firstly, for the social craft, it has multiple different files from the white project tech. And then this is HTML, this is text. Firstly, if we think of logically here, we need to convert all of it into similar technology. Even whoever new to the technologies itself, they don't have an idea what exactly it is. The code itself. So for all of them, whoever you are, even if you are in data science, even if you are in commerce accounts, if you are in any sort of domain, you just come here, write down your problem, put up all the files here in the Explorer, and just get it started. How it works, let me show you. Before that, I just want to give one more instruction to it that I have like this I should be able to this is here, download the resume, portfolio can be shared with this, content engine would be private to me. Create resume plus cover letter generator with uh, instructions, jam instructions. Yeah. And here we can mention, like, as we have a social craft with this. So for tech, you can follow social crafts code. So even we gave an instruction. Again, if I'll not put the instruction, it will do its own. But if we are, putting up instruction, we are controlling the system, and that's what we need. Now, once I start doing it, it will start doing the planning first. Before that, it will check all these files, what it has. Then will with that, it will start analyzing each and every files. It's checking, guys. Let me start by understanding. Firstly, it thought for a second what is happening and what is the exact job is. Then now it started checking each and every files. So, for example, I'll tell you, like, we whenever we get a client or any sort of requirement, no, instead of searching for ChatGPT, even if it's a quick, the use case I was telling you, if it's a quick, I'll go to ChatGPT. Basically, we as a team follow the whole thing itself. We go to ChatGPT to search that particular thing. If that is not, if that's a really quick use case, if that is not working, it requires a lot of modifications and things. We go to and we want to go some research. In the in the AI studio itself, you have a playground where you can go with the deep research, or you can go through go to Notebook LM for those research. And once you are done with that, then go to AI Studio for a quick prototype. Once that is all done, and if you have a really custom thing or you want to merge everything and all, you just come to Antigravity, put it all here, start questioning it and doing it well. Simple. So that's what is the workflow. And I would suggest openly, I would say that this is more like a workflow. It's not about the tools, because I've told you various tools in the initially for the quick iterations. For research, we have different tools. For generations, we have different tools. For these implementations, we have different tools. Anti-gravity, we have VS Code as well. VS Code also has the similar interface with the chat, which has a lot of models. You can get free access of different things as well into that too. Everything is possible with these sort of different tools, but you should know what should be your workflow, what should be the thinking. And definitely these tools will keep on changing, upgrading. Maybe someday Gemini will be able to do the same job which anti-gravity is doing. That is too much visionary right now, just because even it. But yeah, like, it's not far away, guys. Like, as we have not seen Opal, that's something I would suggest you to check out. You check out Opal is again a mini version of AI Studio itself, a mini version. That Yeah, right. So that it started. But yeah, like, for prototyping, basically for a problem to idea to prototyping to MVP to the solution, your very first version, and then making it live, testing it, doing the feedback iteration, adding the monetization, and everything, end to end, can be done with these tools itself with your just instruction. But yeah, the exact knowledge will come the way you start. You adapt these texts, you adapt the workflows, you understand what is all happening. We'll move to that, but yeah, firstly, it completed, it got us something, an implementation plan, and it has few questions. Do we have a Gemini API key ready? Yes, we have. And where exactly it is? Okay, let me generate one here. You can directly generate it in the Gemini itself. Now, there is a question. There should be a question. You guys are actually not putting much questions, but yeah, there should be a question from your side only, which I'm only asking on behalf of you. As we don't have that, like, as we were using free tier, or like, as we started using the free tier, then why we require an API? just because Gemini allows only free tier generation also without API in AI Studio itself. When you are exporting it here, you would require an API only, even a free tier API, but you would require. So to generating that, let me just quickly get that actually, or one second if I can show you. Okay. Uh, yeah, let me share my screen. Okay, check it here. So we were in the build. Here we built it. We see here our recently viewed projects. Then then you see here it's get API key. You create an API, uh, select a project, and create key. Once you create it, we can just copy this key. So you guys can see it and definitely can uh, take it, but definitely I'll delete it after this use case. Anyways, this is our Gemini API key. Is it safe to save it, send it in the chat? It is till it's in your local system. Once it goes out of it, it's not safe. So make sure either you're not sharing it here or making sure you others don't have access to it, because anyone gets it, it gets the direct access to your your platform, cloud platform. So either we can put it here or we can just directly add it into environment example. But yeah, we can ask it itself because we don't know technically and we are currently not following that way. We can just give the answers to it. First is this API. It's API key. Okay, one second. Cool. Yeah. API key. Second is
We are
for that
using
any
your
additional.
anti-gravity scheme.
Oops, my bad, my bad. Okay. Hey guys, here we are back again. Sure, I did it correctly now. Cool. Yeah, first is your API key, which you added. It's asking for, do you have a Gemini API key? We added. Then second is any additional profile info beyond what's in your current files? No, as of now. Later, I'll add it. I'll give it to you so you can add it. Okay. Third is tailwork CSS. Yeah, whatever. When you don't know about technology, your social craft is already using it. As we mentioned to it, follow that only. So, okay, go for it. Okay, now click on OK. It will start generating and it's now going with our plan. The plan is here, the technical plan. It is nicely created that plan of the architecture, how it will be. Master profile, resume tab, portfolio tab, content generator, resume plus cover letter generator. With Gemini API, it's happening. Gemini API, it's happening. It has the public URL. It has the HTML to PDF JS downloadable option. All being planned. Now it's being downloaded, or basically now these were the questions. These were the proposed changes, the technical changes it had, and this is the whole technical implementation it started doing. It's updating all of the files now by itself. You are just waiting, or maybe having your daily usual stuff or any sort of stuff, whatever you want, guys. You may be watching TV, watching a movie itself. You just giving it command and then you are free. Even when you come back, you don't have idea, you can just tell it what's happening. It will tell you what exactly is happening if you don't want to put your efforts. Otherwise, you can go up in chat, you can see what you last commanded and what it gave you as a result. It keeps on giving a thought process in between. Keep checking that gives you more and more info. So while you don't know the technology, you can keep on checking these different things, what's all happening. Somewhere someone was telling me like if AI will do all of it, then what we will do? Again, as I told you, like our job is to go for that, go with our the best possible workflow, go with the best possible thinking, and even if you want to know, and you should know that what technically it is doing, you check out these reasoning. Are they really putting up right logic? And if not, then just put your understanding into it. Until unless you don't know, let it do. There are skills and workflows, like the way we added into Claude, the same skills and workflows are there, which you can add it here. Okay, into Antigravity also, and definitely you can create your own skills and workflows here. Maybe in the last of the class, will create some of it, or maybe I'll showcase you few of them. I'll just quickly give you an example of it. So you guys might have got these resources. So you got two resources, agentic AI tools, and the other is 100 AI tool cheat sheet. So these both you got here, three more we have. You can definitely go and access all here. Now, the catch part here is these are being generated with AI with just single prompt. And actually, it's not even a prompt. We have a workflow. We just add it here into chat. We just put the forward slash. There is a workflow called create resource. Okay, maybe I can show you again. As I told you in the last of the class, yeah, create resource like this, and you just add the topic the way we are adding our topic into content generator. The very same way you add it here. I added agentic AI workflows, but yeah, definitely it's not just yeah, actually, yeah, that much only. And again, the point was, even if you want some control, some specific, let's say we build this agentic AI tools, then there are various other agentic or quick automation tools like make.com, Zapier, and all. But those are again have their specific platforms, have their credit limits and everything. Here, nothing is there. Nothing is much harder or that hidden behind the paywalls. It's all here custom for you. It created all those agentic AI prompts. You just check these out. You go in here, you can see the structure. It has its own structure. It shows all the pointer here. It has its own different sections. Every section is really detailed, which gives you quick follow tips. Why ID agent beats Zapier, N10, or for developers. The workflow categories we have for the code generation, let's say zero to hero full stack scaffold. Then you just copy this prompt, write it here, and make a skill or make a workflow. You just write it here, paste this, and it will generate it. What this workflow will do. Antigravity, I need to create a feature named user reviews feature. Please follow these steps sequentially. Create the database schemas, create the API route, create the front end component. See, these are the examples. You can go more and more deep with the anti-gravity itself based on your system. So when how it works for us right now, we add a create workflow, and then we give the topic. For here, it was agentic AI workflows, not N10 and uh, not N10, but the anti-gravity and others. We apart from it, we had this 100 AI tool sheet, or we talk about this Google Ads explained. So again, this Google Ads is available here. It might be a old version, like whenever you go for AI, there are various cases that it goes with the previous data. It doesn't have all the correct info. But as I was giving you understanding or the use case of getting all the reviews and getting the best out of it, the very same way you can do here also. Okay, so what you can do, you can put up in the workflow, you can mention how much data you need, where exactly you should get it, or what should be the criteria. If it's open source, if it is not, it should be based on the latest guide of all the platforms. So basically, it finds the authentic source, gives you data, prepare it fully in the required format, and then creates a plan first. You approve the plan, then it generates it. Thirdly, you check it out in local. Once it's good to go, you just push it on server. With just simple three quick commands, you'll get your this thing ready. The same can be used into blogging, same can be used for documentation, same can be used for any sort of implementation. So guys, I think we are already giving you a lot into this work master class. But yeah, you'll be the very best to talk about this. I would love to take a few questions and the few pointers from you guys end. But yeah, let's just test it out first. So you can see anti-gravity itself start testing of it, like it tests on its behalf. It's starting it, it's writing its own scratch pad. So let's see, let it start first. Okay, it started. Let me share you that screen. Okay, so I think you might have not seen that resources as well. Anyways, I'll show you. So see guys, currently this tab is being controlled. One second, maybe I'll show you the full screen for now. Hold on. Okay. See this. This particular screen is being controlled by anti-gravity. It wrote its all actions, what all need to be done, and it started doing it. It is checking it, taking the screenshots, writing its own notes, and then going further as per that. Resume, portfolio, content engine, all planned accordingly. You can see this content ideas, resume and cover letter. You can just write it here, target job, title. Even with the title, it will generate for you. Everything available just at one place. So guys, if this amazes, definitely put a heart in the chat. And if you already knew all about all of it, no, just tell me, just put in the chat, I know, or the heart. Guys, put in the chat, I'll get the thing. Okay, Purnima, do you have a question or you are just, again, starting? You raised your hand. Guys, put in the chat. Definitely, it's been a long. We have covered all of the use cases, and definitely, like as I told you, many things I can tell you in the end of the session. I'll tell you if you guys are interested. If you guys are not, definitely, there is no mean of putting me all of it out uh, again and again. It's not making any sense. By the way, I was talking about these resources. The two of them you already got, this agentic AI tool and the 100 AI tool sheet. You have these three as well. This is for the video control, motion video control. You can check on our ScaleValue page. You'll see the video, and the same can be generated with it. Like the pre nowadays or previously, you were seeing those videos like a video from Kling AI and the Higgs Field AI, where you can transform into any character, maybe a celebrity or anything, can be done with this particular guide. The other is for AI video generator of Google AI. This is again a huge tutorial itself. You can check the guide and the video, you'll get the gist of it. Google Ads explained. This is from marketing side. Again, it has all the latest data and completely updated. Uh, yeah, guys, sorry, I got a call. Okay, great. Neil is saying yes, 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 please. Amazing session. So great, guys. If you are loving it, definitely it is making a lot sense. Love to hear more. Thank you for this insightful session. Motorola Moto G32. By the way, if you don't got access to change the name, just put your name. Okay, so I'll get the idea whoever it is. But yeah, as a beginner, is there a way to experiment agentic flows without consuming much token, especially with cloud? See, I gave you understanding on the prompting. I told you to go with small steps in the what do you call it? In the pointers. You know, you don't need to put everything in all at once. Here also, if you'll see, uh, okay, okay, we'll read more. But before that, yeah, I was talking about this pointers thing. So, like here in the chat itself of the anti-gravity, we added what like this is all we require, this much. But you don't need to go all at once. You know what you do? I'm providing these files. I want to synchronize all of them uh, of all of these component and run in local. You go for this much only. Okay. Then you go check out what exactly it is telling you, how much it understood with your talk. The next time when you'll keep on going this way, you'll keep on getting more and more just okay, this is how this tool is understanding me, and that's how I need to give the details more and more about it. Okay, so that's how it's exactly the difference between you as a new beginner person versus the experts. There are two things itself. One is the workflow plus thinking, which definitely comes with the experience and the right knowledge, right learning. The other is the other is the paid tokens itself. Like, if you'll go with Claude paid plan, there are various local models, open source models, which you can download and use it. But again, as we all know, the context window which the Claude code has, not every tool has the same. So yeah, things are there like this. So yeah, I think please put your name Motorola Moto G32 so I can address you accordingly. But yeah, thanks for asking. Thank you, Anshika. This is one of the best session I've heard. I've ever heard. Also, this is too knowledgeable. Thank you, thank you. Please keep stay tuned with it then. Neil, according to you, which you would recommend, Claude or anti-gravity? See, Neil, you have seen we are using Claude itself into anti-gravity. So wherever you get access to Claude, it's really great. But if you'll ask me what is best, anti-gravity or VS Code, then anti-gravity for sure. Because VS Code is more like a debugger or just a helper in development. But here you can see it can provide us the whole implementation. You can see it, the whole tool, the synchronization. Maybe once you'll go with VS Code, what it gives you very simple thing or basically the difference, if I'll tell you, it is that into anti-gravity, one second, let me share my screen again. Typo into anti-gravity. Yeah, no problem with that. I think anti-gravity, yeah, it's okay. Using Claude into anti-gravity, got it. Yeah, Claude into anti-gravity, and in that itself, if you have a pro account, because in that case you'll get better access of everything. The quota. So see, I'll go back into my settings. You can see models. See how fast it drains. And we have a pro version here. We are using this pro mode. There are three plans: free, pro, and then ultra. Ultra costs you around 20K. This is pro plan, which is, as I told you, freely available for GeoSIM, and there are other platforms as well which are giving free access of it. And in the free mode, you still get it, but again, the half of the quotas. So that's how it is. And yeah, anti-gravity I was telling, just because it has it works for you. You asked in the one single prompt, this was, then the answers we gave, and it gave the whole system to us. But when you go with the VS Code, there you need to be more precise about with your prompts. Otherwise, it will just give you a way. Okay, you follow it and do it. It will get it done. But again, you don't want to do it yourself. You have to do more talks simply. The for me, anti-gravity is more like a engineering graduate, and the graduate with experience, with internship experience, not exactly the high end experience I would say as of now, but an intern who has a good experience. And this anti gravity, the other is VS Code, which is like he just completed the engineering or any sort of technical graduation, and now getting into market. He has it has all the theory knowledge, but doesn't have that much live practical experience. So that's what the difference about the VS Code and the anti-gravity. Here, what we have done, we have created our unified AI career hub, live portfolio, ADS optimized resume, multi-platform content, and evolving intelligence. When we're talking about evolving intelligence, now whenever you do something, you put it directly into anti-gravity, and it will keep on upgrading it on behalf of you. It all can go. You can check everything in local, and once it's all done, you can put it on server. It's that simple. And you don't need to do anything technically. Now, from any background you are there, you can use this particular approach. Even technical, even development, even in the development itself, if we are developing an AI app or on a web app or a desktop app or a game maybe, with Unity you can connect MCP. There are free ways to get these AI APIs, AI free credits for AI generation. That is all possible with this workflow. Just because the skill isn't the tool, it's the workflow. True mastery in AI development lies not in memorizing specific tools, but in understanding and applying a universal workflow that can be adapted to any project. So you can see client onboarding tool, which is more like this can be, GHL, and there are a lot different. And definitely, further, I'll tell you like, how we can get to know more about this also. But basically, once you get your client problem, you put it into AI workflow hub, and once with the right tool and right build, you get them right solutions possible.
Yeah, great, Anshul. First of all, I mean, amazing session. Love the energy and mainly the content is really hands-on. Okay, my congratulations to Scale Value, and at this point of time, I really, I took this time because I really wanted to congratulate your team. Good job, good job on that. And please give me a couple of days. I have some big plans. I would I want to see how my employees can be trained with this. And even I just need some time. I need to focus because it's very interesting and will be very helpful for us. I'm building something, and this is very essential. So I have you are there in my prospect list, so please give me some time. I'll definitely get in touch, but I'll be active in the community. And I'll definitely some please after a couple of days, right? Maybe you can follow up, or I myself will contact in the community. There would be somebody there, right? From your team.
Yeah, sure. It's Mamta there, and definitely you can directly reach out to me as well.
Perfect. I have a lot of ideas because now I don't want to talk and give false promises. That's why I'm just keeping quiet. And once I figure out, but I can get a lot of ideas. I'm sure we can have a long-term partnership and look at a lot of collaboration. I'm well connected. And by the way, I'm a senior leader. I'm a CXO working, doing a couple of stuff. So I have a lot of ideas here. I'll get back to you. Thank you so much. But love the energy. Take it from me. Take it from me as a young. I think you are also a young startup, right? Your content is
Yes.
on. Your content is bang on, and I'll wholeheartedly would love to recommend you guys for the paid session to all my other contacts and other companies. This is much needed for teachers and new people who are new to Gen AI, right? This is like it'll be really helpful, and I will wholeheartedly recommend because it's not a second was boring. Take it from me. Your content is bang on. Keep it up.
Thank you so much, Neil. Like, yeah, actually, these words means a lot, and actually, yeah, like, I feel this completes the purpose of the workshop. It's not just about the earning; it's all about giving the righteous, perfect for process workflow to the people. And definitely, it's great to connect with you. And surely, whenever possible, we'll work together and whatever we can get best out of our process can or the partnership or the best possible way we can connect together and make it happen. Thank you so much.
Yeah, uncle, definitely. Okay, stay in.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be in touch. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The last thing I was telling you, you want me to go with that?
Yeah, go on,
I
go on,
think,
go on.
yeah.
I'm here.
Okay, great then.
Go on mute.
I'll tell you one thing. So if you guys must have seen it, it's for everyone, guys. Like the thing is, you might have heard about the AI rappers, and actually, if you'll go this website, Trust MRR, Verified Startup Revenues, you'll get to know what all what all the revenues are being made by different startups, people out there in the market. And you can see like it has a leaderboard. Very first comes Stan, where Stan enable people to make living and different basically it allows you to work for yourself. They have some sort of a revenue model, or not just the revenue model, it's more of their platform itself is more like a freelance platform. But yeah, that is making too much, like these many dollars. And here itself you can you can go and search different tools. So what's happening here right now, I might not have that specific time to go for each, but yeah, I'll tell you. You search here, you'll search for the small things like calculator, the AI wrapper, where AI photo editor, these sort of tool, different projects are there. And every project has its own revenue in lakhs, maybe in thousands, or maybe just few started. Like, here we have $19, this short gram, it's just an AI wrapper. This scene roll, it's 4.1k dollar, it's again an AI wrapper, and they are earning this much. And how, like the flow which we have told you, you can build it yourself. But look at this first. Okay, I'll show you this again. Versa, and where we have this product transparency scanner. And this is really interesting. We built it in just 2 hours, not just the complete web app, but as well as mobile app. It has its own initial screen, that is splash screen. After this, you see this product transparency scanner. You take any product, let's say there should be any of your use case. Let's say we take a chips packet wrapper, Lays chips back, the simplest English possible. And then we take this product. It's we can see info here. We'll just download this packet, put it here, drag and drop it. We'll go into camera and we'll upload it. You can upload 5 different photos here. Okay, 5 different angles. As we have seen that here, this part is not visible correctly, so it might not the correct data here. But still, with this, it can get a lot. We'll just analyze the photo. It will start analyzing. It has this clean animation, and then what it generates, you'll see yourself. It has the same Android app and iOS app also. Everything whatever we have built again in 2 hours. Apart from it, we have this pro mode here. So once you turn it off, right now I turned it off. I'll tell you the use case of it. But if you'll turn it off, what it does, it turns on the ads on this particular project. So this AI has a, what do you call this, API connected, Gemini API, or which generates this data, which gives you the score of this particular product. And then what it gives as a score, it tells what product has. Product is high in calories, fat, and sodium, which are negative for daily consumption but offer a convenient snack option. What are the pros, cons of these? Health recommendations, long-term effects, daily habit impact, if you are having it one packet every day, this is something you are going to experience. Then did you know these are the some crazy facts about that product? Then this is more geeky person, or like who want to go more into detail about each stuff. It has health medical benefits or the impacts overall. All these are impacts. Packaging deception check, clean label, real food, value and quality check, ingredient and allergen, nutrition data per gram, these much calories, manufacturing sustainability, shelf life is there. See, the packet didn't had the date, and also it didn't find, but it found the estimated how much it should be. And risk after expiry. Let's say if we are using some product and we don't know what will happen if I eat that expired product, you'll get all of it. uh, with the actual understanding what exactly happening here. The palm oil, rice bran oil will oxidative, leading to oxidative stress, and due to that, you'll have different illness, foodborne illness, and everything. So that's all we are getting. After that, there is a live internet fact check, which gives all the again info based on the live internet. It's checking from there, social viral context and everything, whatever it can get about this product everywhere. Better alternatives, it's suggesting some better alternative. Again, these are just better, but these are not better because it has a bit better rating. But apart from it, these also has those specific ratings itself, like less than 8 or something. So whatever you can have, you can see it. These are the alternatives. And lastly, we have this final verdict. Everything whatever you are seeing, it's coming directly from that one single picture. And you can see here we have ads. In between, there are popping ad as well. And now what why these ads are? One is you have your web app ready, mobile app ready. What you can do, you can simply put it free on App Store, Play Store, and let people use it. For text-based AI generations, it costs you very less, and even we can tell you like how to do it for free for a certain time until you are not making money. And when you are making money, then definitely you can pay for it. It's not that hard to pay. The other thing is how to get money from it. These are the ads. You run the ads, which are very simple. Just stay away somewhere in your taskbar somewhere, and whoever using it, these are the great idea. Like even we in our team got a bit addicted to it sometimes when we started with it. Nowadays we are busy with some other stuff, but yeah, when we started with it, Mamta used to take each photo of every product and then putting it here and checking it out. And later she stopped doing that thing, like actually consuming those specific products. So that happened here. Maybe who health conscious and everyone is doing that, they must be following with it. It would be great thing for them. And that the client I was telling, that client, that US client, which took it for $400 USD around, which was a health and wellness coach who had already an app. We integrated the solution in their system. That took another 2 days to understand their app and then putting it there. And again, that all happened with the similar workflows that we have discussed, guys. And the final revenue thing, with this you are getting, with these ads you'll get paid the much people will use. Even if you want to make it ad free for people, you put a small subscription fee, even $1 or $5, or even in Indian rupee, if you put 99, they'll be ready to take it if they don't want annoyed ad. And that's something also can be done right now with this, but it can go behind a paywall, which is really simple. Or again, told you all everything whatever we did, it's 2 hour. And then last feature missed here, all the languages, whichever you want, just turn it. You click on the language, it start translating, everything would be translated into that. We planned a lot different use cases like the medicine checker, medicine analyzer, and a lot more. But yeah, guys, if you would love to join our workshop, the course itself, there we can go more and more deep. This session supposed to be 2 hours, but we are already 3 hours and 30 minutes. and 33 minutes actually. So we are already going too much. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, till being till stay this long. And definitely it's all making a lot sense. And thank you so much for the support. uh, Great thanks to our team, great thanks to you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all from my end.